Hi everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil and it's time for the next episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I talked in pretty great length at the end of my last episode, episode 3, about the direction I think the show needs to take, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. I know that I am not a Hollywood writer. I entered the film industry years and years ago with the dream of one day being a screenwriter, and I quickly realized that dream wasn't going to happen. I don't have that talent. I'm looking forward to seeing what direction this show goes, and I have high hopes. Obi-Wan remains one of my favorite characters in the entire Star Wars universe, and there's so much that can be done with him, so I hope some of that's explored in this episode and the remaining episodes of this series. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into it. This is episode 4, part 4 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're mixing up the masks and droids in that opening montage right there. I saw Lola in that one.
The tank is right this way.
Where's Leia? Why didn't Indira go back for Leia? Okay. Yeah. Back to tanks.
You should have killed me when you had a chance.
You're safe now.
Leia.
Where's Leia?
Yeah.
The Empire doesn't take kindly to Jedi sympathizers.
He will come for me.
Oh,
She's hoping.
Obi-Wan is dead.
Does she think that, or is she just messing with Leia?
I need your help to get her back.
General, I'm sorry, but that's not.
Is that Saw
I
Gerrera?
wish that were true.
It could be an intermediate Saw Gerrera.
Roken, if she finds us, we need to prepare an
No.
evacuation.
I can't
Roken.
shut it down. Everything
Okay.
runs out of here.
Then help us to get her back. I'll go on my own.
You can barely stand. You're not getting in there.
I'll go with him.
Okay.
I have officer clearance.
Is your cover still intact?
We'll find out soon enough.
Can't imagine it is. You can barely do
right.
that.
Your body's not the only thing that needs to heal, Ben.
If you tell me where the path is, you can go home to your family.
I don't know anything about a path.
Well, we're about to find out if she's going to
Identification.
clear...
No admittance without clearance.
Then I'm your commanding officer, and you will address me as Sir.
Yes, sir, of course, but
Perhaps I should just inform the Grand Inquisitor of your insolence.
Who's the Grand Inquisitor right now? Don't they know the Grand Inquisitor is dead? No
Yes,
one's
sir,
been
of
named
course.
Grand Inquisitor yet.
I'm overriding an entry port. It should be right ahead of you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm in.
Why not get into that stormtrooper's armor and blend a little?
Is this a stare contest?
Leia's mind powers might be pretty powerful here.
You're strong.
Yeah. Jedi mind trick. I don't think Lola's gonna survive this moment.
let me see some identification.
Yeah. Give her a minute. Why didn't you change into that stormtrooper's armor?
Ben.
Did you hear that?
Here we go.
Over there. Let's go.
The people you're trying to protect, they are not coming for you.
I'll tell you where they are. I'll have to tell my father first. That's okay, right? You said we're all on the same side.
Nice try, princess.
Let go!
Oh,
Help! Somebody help! Help me, please!
it's the one victim torture room.
Somebody help, please!
What do we have in the sides here?
I think I've just found out what they're hiding down here.
Yeah, what is it?
This place isn't a fortress.
It's a trophy room?
It's a tomb.
Is it all the dead Jedi?
Say something!
I tell you!
Then your choice is made.
Okay, so we're getting some young Padawans now. I didn't recognize any of the others that we've seen so far yet.
Do it now.
What kind of distraction would be really helpful to know?
I'm sorry, Leia, I really am.
I was told it cannot wait.
They're on Florum. We need to direct all resources there immediately and take the network out at its root.
Unless, of course, you're lying.
Let's see, a blue lightsaber? Yeah.
Stand where you are.
Come with me. I'm gonna get you home.
I don't think
It makes sense.
she's gonna make it out of here, though.
Take her to interrogation. If the debriefing confirms it, then...
It's him.
I like that Ewan's good with the saber. Those nice little flourishes that we got back in episode 1. We're seeing some of that again. Uh-oh. That's all it takes to crack the windows and flood this place, and yet all these guys have blasters and there's no issue in firing them? Okay.
Get her out of here.
I'll hold it.
Like you should have the first time.
Run!
And no water made it through the door at all.
Almost there.
Not at all noticeable.
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Betraying everything you are.
Tala's not
This
gonna
was
make it
never
out of
who I
here.
was. Then you die.
Who's coming?
Leave her, come on.
All right, I'm on my way.
Destroy them!
Oh, no.
You were warned what defeat would bring.
I put a tracker on the ship.
I have underestimated you.
But my lord, the base was almost destroyed.
Kenobi is all that matters. Where he goes, it will follow.
It's on... Is it on Leia? It's in the Lola, isn't it? It's on the damn Lola.
Where's Wade?
Guess you're soldiers now, after all.
That's kind of harsh. Yeah. There's their tracker. Not suspicious at all that it lights up by itself and turns red. That's O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube's son, right? Yeah. I think it's totally possible to love this show, and it's totally possible to really come down negatively on it. And I think it all depends on what your expectations were when the show started, and also whether you are able to change your expectations as the series develops. We all hope that when we get new Star Wars content, it's going to be another Mandalorian, or the best arcs from Clone Wars or Rebels, or our favorite moments from the movies. But that's not always going to be the case. It's not always going to be the case. And sometimes you're just going to get entertaining stories, necessary stories, worthwhile stories that may not reach that peak Star Wars level that we're always hoping for. And I think that's where we're at with Obi-Wan. This is a good show. This is a fun show, but it is not going to be the next Mandalorian, and that's okay. That's okay. I think we can have different expectations for different Star Wars properties. Dave Filoni is not going to be directing every episode and every movie of Star Wars from now on. Jon Favreau isn't going to be writing every script. It's such a big universe, there's so many projects going on, that some things will hit better than others. That being said, I'm having fun. It's entertaining. The flaws in the show I can laugh at, as opposed to them being irksome and getting under my skin. So yeah, did I enter the series with really high hopes? Of course. I think every Star Wars fan enters every new show that way. But sometimes your hopes aren't always going to be fully answered. But if you can manage your expectations, if you can change your expectations now that we know what we've got, if you can go into each episode now just going, you know what? Tell me a fun story. Let's make it a little cute. Let's make it a little bit over the top. Maybe this is not the reality maybe this isn't a show that should be interpreted through a strictly real lens. Maybe this is a show that could be interpreted a little bit through the eyes of a 10-year-old girl. And so it's kind of like that Star Wars Legends stuff where the way the story is told is through somebody who was there. It's not necessarily straight fact. It's washed through the prism of the spectator. And in this case, maybe that spectator is Leia, and maybe she's a little awestruck by Obi-Wan, and you know, she's a 10-year-old girl. She's especially frightened. This colors the narrative. So maybe that's useful. You know, look at it through that lens, and maybe it's a more interesting story. Or don't. I know from the comments that not all of you are loving this series. That's fine. But it's not going to stop me from watching it. It's not going to stop me from watching the next Star Wars property and the property after that. And I'm going to enjoy the entire ride. Now, will I, at the end of the ride, be able to rank all my favorite, rank all the Star Wars shows according to my preference? Of course, we all can. That's the nature of any fandom. But don't hate on it, because this isn't a show that deserves hate. This is a lot of fun. It's well produced, it's really well cast, and I'm loving some of the performances, and I'm having a good time. That's ultimately what television is about. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having a good time? Are you entertained? Are we not entertained? I'm entertained. So that's my new perspective for this show, and in that regard, I'm fully satisfied. Looking forward to the next episode. Looking forward to you guys rejoining me here on Neil Talks, and until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.